What's up guys, today what I have for you is a Fortnite Battle Royale video on my settings. I recently started streaming quite a bit and I get every now and again some people in my stream saying what are your settings. I even get sometimes on videos people asking what my settings are, etc. So I thought I'd make this video for you guys. I've never actually made a settings video. It's actually quite interesting that a lot of you guys actually want to know it because I'm not really the best player. I'm gonna be 100% honest. You guys even tell me sometimes that I'm not the best player, so not 100% sure why you would want to know my settings, but maybe you just want to know them just for the sake of knowing them. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Leave a like if you do go on to enjoy, and let's finally do this. One thing that I'm going to point out, which is completely random, I'm so happy they brought this skin back. I wanted it for such a while and finally came back. But now let's finally jump into it. We go over here, we go over to our settings, and this is what we have. We play on window mode, full screen, 1920 by 1080. Frame rate is on unlimited. Reason why my frame rate is on unlimited, I would cap it to about 144, but the reason why I have it on unlimited, I seen on Twitter someday that having it uncapped, so if having it capped at like 144, whatever you want to cap it as, apparently there's some sort of glitch with building or something like that. So yeah, I thought, you know what, I don't really want any glitches to happen. I'll put it on unlimited until they actually fix this supposed glitch. 3D resolution is on 1920 by 1080. And one thing I want to say about resolution, in my videos yesterday where I made a video about the new revolver coming to Fortnite, and also my item shop video yesterday, I had my display resolution on 1600 by 1080, a stretch resolution. Back in the H1Z1 days, I actually played on a stretch resolution, and I thought I'll try it on Fortnite. A ton of people in the comment section said, why are you playing on res? This isn't good, kind of situation. So if you guys really don't like watching stretch resolution gameplays and all that kind of stuff, I've changed back to 1920 by 1080 for now. But of course, if you guys want to watch stretch, then you don't mind, then maybe I'll go back to stretch. Who knows? I'm not going to lie, I did play on stretch for a little bit and it did feel kind of nice to play on stretch because it was the first time me doing it. And but again, I got comments saying that you guys don't really like stretch resolutions, so of course I don't really want to have it so that you guys don't like what you're watching. So I have switched back to 1920 by 1080. Doesn't really affect me that much. I can play on both resolutions, it doesn't really matter. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you, it did feel kind of good playing on 16 by 10. But yes, these are my settings then. View distance on near, shadows off, anti-aliasing off, textures low. And then for those of you guys, I guess a lot of you guys know why anyway, but for those of you that maybe don't know, and you see a lot of streamers or content creators in general, or just people that play this game a lot, they all usually tend to play on quite low settings. And some of you, those of you guys, like I said, that don't know, might be thinking, why would you play on low settings? Don't you want the game to look good? It's not about how much the game actually looks and how it looks good, etc. It's about the more FPS you get, all that kind of stuff to make the game run as smooth as possible, no lag or anything like that. So if you play on the lowest stuff possible, you get those results. I'd even put textures on low if I had it my way, but because I do item shop videos and some item shop stuff has, some effects on them that actually, wait, did I say textures on low? I mean effects on low. Some item shop stuff has effects that have a little glow to them, or it's an animated texture on the skin itself, or an animated effect on the skin itself. And when I have it low, the animation doesn't actually show, so I actually have to have the effects on medium. VSync is off, motion blur is off, and show FPS is on. Reason why I have show FPS on is simply because I just want to see if I'm dropping frames or anything like that, and if something like that does happen, then I can try and do something to fix it. We go over to settings then. Language is of course English. Matchmaking region is on auto. I do play on where is it, EU. That's the default one that I play on, but sometimes when people join, if they host, I play on NA East or NA West. But it's not the nicest playing on a different region like that. And I do feel for the people that are NA and they have to play on a server in like tournaments, all that kind of stuff, because there isn't a central server. There's West and East, and there isn't a central server. So I definitely do feel for the people that have to play on the server that they're not comfortable with, or they have to play on a server that it's just forced to play on it simply because there isn't a central server. I definitely do feel for those people, because when I have played on NA East or NA West in the past with some different friends, it is torture trying to build on that region or that matchmaking or that MS. It really isn't nice at all. It just doesn't feel good. It's very delayed. It doesn't feel good at all. And like I said, I definitely feel for the people that have to play on that. But obviously you guys don't really care about that. You care about my settings. So mouse sensitivity X and Y is on 0.10. My DPI for my mouse, I'm not gonna forget about this, and a lot of you guys would actually say in the comment section if I didn't say it, you might have this mouse sensitivity, but what's your DPI? So the DPI on my mouse is 400 DPI. I use a Logitech G Pro. Those of you guys that just really want to know what mouse I use as well, there you go. For those who want to know my controller settings, for whatever reason, I believe these were my controller settings when I did play on the PlayStation. X and Y was on 0.50. And then the mouse targeting sensitivity and mouse scope sensitivity are both on 0.15. The controller, I'm thinking about changing this though. Put it a little bit higher, maybe 0.5 higher, 0.20, because there has been some times where I'm maybe on the back of a plane or something like that, or I'd actually be aiming at someone with a sniper, and it's too slow. It's too slow. So I'm thinking about changing my scope sensitivity, put it a little bit higher, so I can actually, you know, maybe potentially get those sniper shots with these scope snipers and the scopes ARs and all that kind of stuff. Controller targeting and scope 0.65, controller building sensitivity 1.0. But yeah, we've got invert view off, invert aircraft controls, and invert aircraft mouse controls on. Streamer mode off. I do put it on every now and again just because sometimes I don't like seeing other people's names and I just like seeing the name of the skin. It's very strange why I put it on. I know it's a really ridiculous reason, but sometimes I just like seeing the name of the skins. Hidden matchmaking delay, I don't even know what that is, but it's on 0. HUD scale is on 0.80. I like having my HUD a little bit smaller than usual. I didn't actually know you could actually do that, but I watched a YouTuber's video and they had their HUD smaller. I was like, what? That actually looks kind of cool. You know, it's not as big, it's not as in your face. So I actually went into my settings and I thought, oh, there we go. There's a HUD scale. So that's on 0.80. Show spectator count on, peripheral lighting off. I don't even know what that does. It's been off anyway. Toggle sprint off, remember default off, cancel off, on, off, on, off, on, off. I didn't really want to read all of this out because it would kind of get annoying. We got the controller edit hold time is 0.20. Again, I don't play on the PlayStation anymore, but if you guys do play on, you know, controllers, etc., then these are my settings. I think these are my settings that were it anyway. Maybe they reset, I'm not really sure, but vibration off. In the video highlights off, record replays on, large team replays on, creative mode replays on. The reason why I have all 3 of these on is sometimes there might be something that I want to get in the replay that I couldn't necessarily capture while recording or streaming, and just get a different angle of things in those as well. Just moving over to these settings, then we have the brightness on 1.0. I don't know, I just like my brightness being the max value. It was the same on the console as well. Having the brightness whacked up to the top is what I liked. We go over to sound settings. Again, I don't know why you'd have this. It's probably, I recommend using your own settings, but if you really wanted to copy my settings, music is completely off. Sound effects is 0.15, voice chat's on 0.20, and cinematics is on 0.30. These are mainly for recording purposes. 0.15 sound effects just because, you know, in the recordings and stuff, it sounds like a pretty good volume. It doesn't empower my voice at all. Voice chat volume is a little bit higher than the sound effects volume, simply because you can hear people that I'm talking to a little bit better. And then we have the cinematics volume on 0.30 because if I'm streaming, or again, if I'm recording while something happens in the game, like an event happens, like the Cube event, and there was cinematics, you know, I'm going to want the cinematics to be that little bit louder so you guys can enjoy the experience a little bit more. Subtitles on, quality high. Is that the sound quality? We have voice chat off, push to talk off. Voice chat input device is VB audio voice meter. I use voice meter banana. Some of you guys may or may not know what that is. I'm not really going to go into too much detail, but it's basically a mixer that's, you know, kind of embedded inside of your PC. It's not like inside the PC. It's not a physical thing. It's a digital mixer. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's what a lot of streamers and content creators use to have different audio levels with different things. But yeah, we got that, and then we have allow background audio on. I don't use any colorblind stuff, but I have, you know, experimented with colorblind stuff before just to see what it would look like. It looks kind of cool. There is some colorblind settings that you can do to actually make it look kind of like old Fortnite. My friend actually told me about it. Maybe I'll make a video on it, you know, one day. I don't know, but it did kind of look like the old color scheme of Fortnite. We also have ourselves the keybind. This is probably the bit that you know want to see the most. But these are my keybinds, you know, WASD, spacebar, left shift tab, crouch C. But you guess you're gonna want to really see my building and all that kind of stuff. So we go down here. My picking up stuff is on F. Harvesting tool is on this thing. It's just the one to the left of the #1 button. Weapon slot 1 is #1, so that's my assault rifle. 3 and 4 is my shotgun and SMG. Number 5 is my sniper, and then number 6 is the meds. Or number 5 and 6 is meds, depending on how the game is going, if I feel like I need to use a sniper or not. Base marker, I don't have that on for anything. I believe I just click and it does it. Like, I don't know why it says not bound, but yeah, that's what I have. Crouch while building is on C, and crouch in general is on C. Wall is the mouse button 2, which is the mouse button that's the highest up on your mouse. Of course, like I said, I use the Logitech G Pro, so I use the mouse button that is highest up for the wall. If floor on E, stairs on Q, roof on V. Trap is not bound because you'll see why in just a second. Place building, of course, left mouse button, rotate building R, Editing is on G, and then trap equip / picker is on T. So that's the button I use to actually pick my traps, and then I use the right mouse button, I think it is, to actually cycle through my traps. I believe that changes the traps that I want. It just keep clicking the right mouse button and it keeps changing the traps. And I'm just going to scroll down, and you can pause at any time if you want to see any of these, because these aren't really that crazy in terms of the stuff that you guys really want to see. But yeah, like I said, you can, you know, pause at any time to see that. Then we go over here to combat controls for a controller. If I actually decide to play on the console for whatever reason, I'm having so much fun on the PC. I don't think I'll play on console again, but who knows. But this is what I played with on console when I did. Builder Pro, PlayStation 4, got Builder Pro controls. And there's my build controls as well. But yeah, there you guys have it. There is my settings for Fortnite. If you have unsaved changes, which I don't save for Xing, don't save, because I don't think I changed anything. But yeah, there is my settings for Fortnite. Like I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed for whatever reason. Like I said at the start, a lot of people in my streams and videos have actually said they'd like to see my settings on Fortnite. So there you guys have it. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below any other Fortnite videos you guys would like to see. It always is greatly appreciated when you guys give me ideas on videos to do, so I can give you guys the content you guys really want to see and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next video.